Oh, hey everybody, today is Saturday, September 17th, 2022, 7:29 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, United States of America. At the moment, I'm in Largo, Florida. So, thank you for watching my video. I don't exactly know what I'm going to say because I'm just getting back to to making videos. It's kind of a pain. It's kind of a pain. That's why every time I watch a video anywhere on social media, unless it's really repulsive, which I don't remember the last time I saw something repulsive. There's a lot of repulsive stuff on TikTok, actually, a lot. So, but anyway, as long as it's not repulsive, I always give it a thumbs up because I know how much trouble it is to make a video. Like, even a video like this, when I'm driving, I'm multitasking, it's not really taking any of my time. Still you have to go through the hassle of uploading it. And, after a while, the first couple times you do it, it's not too bad, but after a while you just start to have the feeling that, wow, this is really a pain, But anyway, so thank you for watching my video. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. So I think I do know what I want to talk about tonight. One of the reasons I stopped making videos was because I got punched in the gut with respect to social media when my account got deleted. My account on Facebook. I had that account for 11 years, and you don't really know what you're going to do in any given situation until you're put in that situation. So, I always thought. I heard stories and I saw people that got their accounts deleted, and I always thought, if that happened to me, I'd just open a new account, But the reality of that situation is different than the abstract theorizing about the situation. The reality is it is somewhat of a gut punch, It's just discouraging, and it's also confusing because it makes you start to think. It's like, wait a minute. Okay, so what can I say? What am I allowed to say? I mean, I understand that I say controversial things. I understand that, but it's like, okay, but now you're faced with the conundrum. It's like, okay, well, what am I allowed to say? So this doesn't happen again because it's a pain to open a new account. You have to use different email. And it's like, are they even going to let me start a new account? You go through that. Should I even stay on this platform? Because there's like 1,000 platforms now. There's Facebook, obviously there's Twitter, obviously there's YouTube. Okay, then there's Rumble, which Rumble's really good. And then there's a new one called Locals. Apparently Locals is really good. I don't know if it is, but apparently it is. There's Streamlabs. There's Odyssey, I think it's called, which I think is owned by Google. There's the one that, anyway, I can't think of all the different ones, but there's a bunch of them. I think I probably have like 20 accounts. 20. I think I probably signed up on 20 of them, and they're all slightly different. But DLive, that was one I was trying to think of. DLive, and then there's another one I was trying to think of. I can't think of it. Anyway, so it makes you go, and like I said. Like I started to say, I mean, this is a pain to begin with. Yeah, like I said, this is a pain to begin with, but then you got to go through it's like, I don't have time for all that, Like that lady said, ain't nobody got time for that, right? So, so I watch these people. I watch Michael Jaco. I watch Phil Godleski. Michael Jaco's on YouTube and Rumble. Phil Godleski is on Rumble and Twitch, and that's another one, Twitch, and that's an Amazon one, Twitch and DLive and Locals, and presumably others as well. And these people make a living doing this. So the problem is when you start to compare yourself to these people, it's like, well, I don't make a living doing this. I don't ever intend on getting paid for this. And so I started thinking, it's like, well, but maybe that's what I need to do. That was part of the thought process as a result of getting gut punch. It's like, well, maybe I need to be more like them and be strategic. It's like, but I finally, after all this time, months, I came to the conclusion, like, wait a minute, no. See, I don't make a living doing this. I have no intentions of making a living doing this, and so I'm not going to go through all that strategic planning that they have done to set up their platform the way that they set it up. And then, so I started thinking further, and I had this thought in the past, and I'm sure you have this issue too, where you think of things and then who's this? Oh, this is my girlfriend calling. I'm at Aldi. We're gonna have tomato soup and not tomato soup. Yeah, tomato soup and grilled cheese for dinner tonight. So anyway, I'll call her back right after I'm done with this. But so the theme of this thing here tonight, the theme of my new video, and I'm really rusty, and you do get rusty with this stuff because you just do. It's kind of like it's kind of hard, to stay focused and have a theme and stay on track. It's kind of hard, but after a while you get better at it. So that's cool. That's kind of cool. I like that. I like improving. I like doing something, being bad at it, and then watching the process of improvement. To me that's really exciting. But the theme that I want to make this thing is to be small. Is to be small. The problem with people it's not really a problem, but everything has an upside and a downside, right? So the downside to watching people like Michael Jaco and Phil Godlewski, and there's thousands of those guys, if not hundreds of thousands. There's thousands, if not hundreds of thousands. Michael Jaco is considered an influencer, okay? Because people listen to him very closely because he's 24-year Navy SEAL, an 11-year CIA heavy weapons operator. So he kind of has built-in credibility, and he gets some heavyweight guests on his show. Okay, he has his own website. He does a lot of, he does the conference circuit, goes to a lot of conferences and speaks in person. So people take him seriously. He's a little bit on the woo-woo side of woo-woo. You know what I mean by woo-woo? Woo-woo is like New Age, spirituality, crystals and crystal bowls, and heavy on that side of things. Okay, but nevertheless, he has a lot. He's a very big influencer. He had a YouTube channel that had about 250,000 followers. They killed it, and now he's up to channel number 11. They just keep deleting his channels, delete, because he is an influencer. So even if he has a channel that's only say 15,000 followers, he's still a threat because his 15,000 followers take him very seriously and they listen very closely. And then not only that, but when you're an influencer, when you're influential, when a lot of people want to watch you, even if YouTube tries to suppress it and doesn't allow people, I mean that's a whole other thing. The whole censorship is a whole other thing, but. Anyway, which happened to me, right? That's what happened to me. I got censored, and I'll talk about why at some point in time. But because, like I said, I had that channel for 11 years, and I never moderated my posts, or nothing. Just the normal moderation, like vulgarity and profanity and stuff like that. Because every now and again, from time to time, I get a wild hair. I can be a little bit vulgar, a little bit profane, but it's not like a regular thing. But anyway, I try to regulate it, moderate it, but only that, really only that, but Michael Jaco's been teaching me because of his war past history, that in a war you have to be strategic. So anyway, and this is a war, so it's an information war. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. Stay small. The point is that I believe, my opinion is, it's important for people to be small. It's important because if you think about a war, if you continue to think about that, it's like you can have a joystick war, right? You can have a war where some joystick jockeys, I think they call them joystick jockeys out in Nevada, in whatever that mountain is called, Mount Carmel. No, not that's that's from the Bible. Mount Shasta. Is it Mount Shasta? Anyway, it's where all the nuclear stuff is controlled from, and it's got all the joystick jockeys are down there, driving weaponized drones in other parts of the world. I mean, for now. I mean, if they could put a drone in another part of the world, they could put a drone in Miami or Ocala, or I mean anywhere they want one, right? I mean, so that's the problem with these weapons is it's just a matter of time before somebody figures out how to turn that thing around and point it at the people that have been pointing it at them for so long, and they do that through infiltration and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, you can be you can be like, what am I talking about? I lost my train of thought. The idea is stay small. Okay, so these guys are big. Michael Jaco is extremely influential, even though he doesn't have a big following. The reason he doesn't have a big following in terms of numbers is because they keep deleting his channels, and then it takes time to build it back up again. So then he went and got his own website, so he does his own thing. But anyway, so that whole thing. Now, Phil Godlewski, he gets 9 million, just to try to conceive of that, 9 million viewers on a podcast. 9 million live. That's live. That doesn't count the people that watch it after. So he's also influential, but there's two kinds of social media people. There's the influencers, and there's the what's the other one? I can't remember. There's two words. One is where you have a lot of followers, and another one's where you don't necessarily have a lot of followers, but you're very influential. I remember what I wanted to say earlier, and that is if you're influencer and a lot of people want to watch you, then what people do is they steal your shows and they create their own channels using their shows. And so while your 250,000 follower channel might have gotten deleted, they get 50,000, but you've got 5,000 people stealing your videos of your own show, uploading it, and then monetizing their channel either officially. By officially, I mean YouTube puts ads in and then they pay you, based upon your views. From what I understand, you need to have about 300,000 likes, or is it views? I think it's views. 300,000 views a week to make a living on YouTube, in case anybody's curious about that. So in that, you can be influential that way. So you could have over the period of a week, you could have an accumulated, let's say, 50,000 views, okay, on your channel. But when other people take your material and they put it on their channel, and then a bunch of people do that, you could have 25 million views accumulated over a week, or spread across many channels, right? So that's what happens with Michael Jaco. Phil Godlewski, he gets 9 million views live on a single podcast. That's like a record. 9 million is like a record, but it varies from like 5 to 9 million, somewhere in that range. So the thing is, though, okay, so you can have joystick jockeys like that. They're people that have a lot of control from a small area. Like a joystick jockey can drive and fly a drone, and it's true. It sounds horrible, but it's true. A joystick jockey can kill a lot of people, with just moving his wrist like this. It's a terrible thing to conceive of, but that is what they do. And a room of joystick jockeys can really do a lot of damage. So a small number of people doing a lot of damage. So you can think of it in terms of an information war. You got a small number of people like Phil Godlewski, Michael Jaco, and all those other guys. Like I said, there's a bunch of them. There's like 100,000. But there's tier. It's not an official rating thing. It's kind of like unofficial, like a gut type thing. They put tier A, tier B, tier C. The main influencers, and then blah 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 blah, on down to the little guy. What I'm trying to say is, if we really want this war to be won, we need millions of little people just doing like impromptu, off the hip, from the hip type stuff, like in your car while you're driving. I should be done now because I'm already at Aldi. I need to get in there. But this is my thing. This is my play. Everybody just make videos. I'm not talking about just patriots. I'm talking about everybody. And like I said, when you practice, you get better. So this is how you find your voice. And I want everybody to have a voice. I hope. I like to think. I hope and pray I would never be the kind of person who would censor somebody, who would delete their channel, I think that my channel was requested to be deleted, or that it was requested. Anyway, I'll get into that later. But I hope I would never, because everybody has a voice, and to me, the spectrum of human opinion, of human expression, of human endeavor, you can look at it like food, look at the wide spectrum of food, and it's across cultures, but also like within the savory and the sweet, the spicy. I like spicy food. Therefore, I don't know if there's a parallel or not, but I also like spicy discourse. Some people hear spicy discourse and they literally feel threatened, physically threatened, And I'm like, that is so pathetic. I mean, that makes me feel, that is just like, that's so bad to me. That's like, really? You're gonna go all theatrical. And the thing of it is, they are going all theatrical, but they probably really do feel physically threatened when they hear somebody say something that's a little bit spicy, So anyway, stay small. We need small people, because the thing of it is, those big guys are easy to take out. I mean, the advantage to having a big guy is that they can influence a lot of people. The disadvantage is you take them out, and you take out that broad influence, right? And we don't want to live in a war where the victor in a battle of the Titans, determines the destiny of all mankind. We don't want that. We want us all to be engaged, I believe. Everybody engaged. And then our collective engagement, that's what determines our destiny, and we all have skin in the game, okay? So everybody make videos. Just say whatever's on your mind. Like I said, you will get better at it over time. And 2 or 3 minute videos are best. I apologize. This is 16 minutes. Nobody wants to watch a 16-minute video. I get that. I watch 2 and 3 hour videos, 8 and 9 hour videos even, but I'm weird. Or if you want, just make your own, whatever, 2 minute, 16 minute, whatever you want. Hey, thank you for listening. Sunday, September 17, 2022, 7:46 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, United States of America. I am still in Largo, Florida. I'm at Aldi on Seminole Boulevard. God bless you. Peace, blessings, and liberty to you and yours. Bye.